Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to Week 10, Game 10, Inside the Headset. And I'm with the head flamekeeper himself, Coach Philip Shadowens. We're going to do this on Wednesday night, Coach, so I've got to go to Pittsburgh tomorrow, so we're catching up, and I appreciate you taking the time to visit with me and visit with the fans. So we won against Brentwood on Friday night. You got the video, and let's just talk about it and take it right from there.
Thought we came out and played really good football in the first quarter, obviously, and scored 2 quick scores and played great defense. And then I thought we kind of lost a little bit of focus in the second quarter and allowed them to kind of hang around, kind of lost rhythm on offense, had some silly penalties on both sides of the ball, and just kind of allowed them to hang around. They come out and score first drive in the third quarter, making a football game, and then despite some penalties and things that went kind of haywire on us, we were able to find a way to score, have a great drive, make it 21-7. Defense played great. We stopped them, put the ball game away with about 3 minutes left to kind of finish the game off, and end up it was 28-7. They scored the last play of the game, on a long drive, and we got some other kids in the ball game. So I thought we played extremely physical. Our defense caused some problems for them, and they turned the ball over to us and numerous times. And defensively, I thought one of our top performances. I think we're really getting better right now, and that's what you should be doing this time of year. I mean, obviously you should be peaking, and getting better every single week. And I certainly feel good about how our kids have practiced and how they're playing right now.
Well, good. And, really you haven't been a penalty-stricken team all year. I mean, your kids keep good composure. Sometimes other teams may make some things flare up or cause a kid to ignite and maybe step out of their norm. But it seems like to me your kids are very disciplined and keep, if somebody taunts them from the other team or, as you would say, something don't go their way, they've been able to keep their composure.
Yeah, for the most part, I think we've done a pretty good job, limiting penalties. I mean, you're going to get, there's going to be a hold call occasionally, or sometimes the hands don't get in a face mask accidentally. All those kind of things are going to happen. But our kids have been able to keep composure and not get silly penalties. And the other night we didn't really lose any composure. We just got called for a bunch of penalties all of a sudden. And it happens. And I'm not going to say a whole lot about that. I wasn't very happy with the penalties. I wasn't very happy with some of the penalty calls. But that's just part of a football game. You got to good teams overcome that kind of stuff, and we were able to overcome it.
Well, and if you're a good public relations person on the sidelines, you can also always work those things to your advantage. Sometimes, like you said, they always don't go your way. Injury-wise, let's get caught up on that going into this last game. How are we just as far as health?
We've been really fortunate, really blessed. Don't know that we have a serious injury right now, to be honest with you. Trying to think if anybody's missing time. Nobody's missing practice time right now. We have a young man that was a backup that's a young player that's it's kind of tweaked a knee and has missed a little practice time, but we hadn't lost any practice time with our starters to amount to anything. We did have an offensive tackle get hurt.
Right.
Friday night, actually played the rest of the game with it. He got cleated. His shoe came off and he got cleated. Dr. Johns put quite a few stitches in the back of his heel on Friday night after the game. He played the rest of the game, and we haven't allowed him to really do very much, but don't think it's an injury that's going to make him miss game time, and we've had to hold him off to make sure he doesn't get infected and things like that. But other than John, the right tackle there, hurting his heel, I think we're basically been pretty healthy, and we're not banging a whole lot in practice right now. I mean, we're being physical but not taking things to the ground, and sometimes you have to put the reins on our defense a little bit, doing that. But we're at this time of year, if you've got to be tackling everybody to the ground every practice, then you probably got some problems. So our kids are wise enough and have been fortunate enough and smart enough that when we go in shells, which are shoulder pads, helmets, and girdles for us, they've been able to keep people off the ground for the most part and do a good job with that.
Well, just wanted to always comment, we're at that point in the season where it kind of gets to where you kind of like the Indian that swam upstream too far. A lot of people probably talked whether you might lose one of these last 3 games, and a lot of critics and stuff. And now there is we cannot lose this last game. I mean, it's very important, and I hate to say that, but I've got to say it. But because it's so important to the seeding, Coach, and you know that, and it does determine your roadmap. But at this point, you've almost, it's like you've gone too far. I mean, you don't have any mulligans left in your pocket if you do want a nice. I'm gonna say it's the end of the road, but it's nice to go in.
Yeah, I mean, I don't look at it like that, obviously.
Okay.
I don't look at it like that. It's just a ball game. I mean, I kind of look at it a little different. We want to win because it's our next ball game. We're in the playoffs, which is priority number 1.
Right.
We're in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Ain't any doubt about that. We're in the playoffs.
So we're going to play the week after,
right? So we're going to play week 11. So you know, all that seed and what happens, and you know, I don't know what's going to happen with all that, but obviously we want to win. We want to be
Right.
9-1, which is as good as we can be right now because we lost a football game early in the year, and so we want to win every game. So, you know, a lot of people didn't think we could win any of the last 3 games, let alone one of the last 3 games, or 2 of the last 3 games, and now we have an opportunity. Our kids have played well enough to get ourselves a chance to win these last 3 games or whatever, you know, but we're not focused on all that. We're focused on 48 minutes against Riverdale. I couldn't care less what we've done
and
before.
what a great game.
I don't care what we've done before, the previous 2 weeks, the previous 9 weeks, or whatever. It makes no difference. It's all about what we're going to do these 48 minutes. And they deserve our undivided attention. They're a very good football team, really good offensively. You know, Ron's always done a good job of executing. When he's had good, when he's had good players, he's done a good job of executing. So he'll continue to do that, I'm sure. But it's going to take a great effort from us. It's going to take a really physical effort from us, and we're going to be physical. I mean, that's how we play football, and we're going to continue to do that. And, you know, if our physicality is what it's supposed to be, then the scoreboard takes care of itself.
Well, Riverdale, the Warriors have always been physical. Now, I don't think there's ever been a chance that a kid that ever wore that Warrior helmet didn't know that that's part of the vows over there at that school and be a part of that team and everything. Not to say it wasn't part of this, but they've had a long-standing tradition of success, and we always enjoy playing Ron. Ron's a lot of fun and very challenging. He carved up this little district as far as geography and owned it at one time, and that's the reason why they call it the Backyard Brawl. So, you know, but with that and everything, anything else you'd like to add or anything on your mind as we head into the final game? It is senior night, and got a lot of great seniors. And
it's senior night. We're going to have a huge student body there, and we're going to try to, you know, get enough students to go the length of the field, you know, for our little tunnel, and I'm sure we'll have that many there. And our fans will be here. I know their fans will be here too. I'm sure it's going to be a cool football night, you know, as far as weather-wise, which makes it fun. It's going to be physical. You know, we certainly don't believe anybody can play more physical than we can, and that's kind of what makes us a really good football team. And they're a physical football team, so it's going to be a challenge. And but when you're in this district or this region, whatever they call it now, you know, every week is going to be a physical week, and every week is going to be a challenging week, and it doesn't change. I mean, you know, playing Riverdale or playing Oakland or playing whoever you're playing, it's going to be a physical football game, and you have to match and then overtake the physicality of the game, and you have to win that part of the game, and to win in our league, and you know, I certainly expect us to win that part of the game, and I'm sure Ron expects, you know, them to win that part of the game, and so whoever wins that part of the game is the team who wins. And so, you know, it won't be real tricky Friday night. I mean, you know, we'll do what we do, they'll do what they do, and the team who plays the best and the most physical will win. And we certainly, you know, hope it's going to be Blackman High School. We expect it to be Blackman High School, but it is going to be a great challenge, and they have a lot of good football players, and they'll be well prepared. So, you know, if you enjoy high school football, you know, that's one of them games you want to come to, because it's going to be a lively atmosphere, and it's going to be a fun Friday night high school football night. And so we're excited about that, and we encourage our fans and Riverdale's fans as far as that goes.
yeah, everybody, come on
out.
Yeah, I want them to come on. Yeah.
It's going to be a fun night. It really is, and it'll be a great football game.
Well, with all that, 2 nights from now, it's Wednesday here at the Inferno, at the new facility we are filming inside, which is always nice to come in here. 2 nights from now, let's all gather up for the last 7:30 kickoff, because after that we'll move to 7 o'clock. And then sometime around 12 noon on Saturday, this Saturday, we're going to know where the roadmap is going to take us, and we'll start that track, and we'll start a new season. With all that, if you see us at the game, give us a shout, and we'll be all right here. See you then.